but Tasha K recently released part one of an interview with Jim Townsend, who is or happens to be the ex of Marjorie Harvey. And this dude was being a chatty patty. He was being a chatty patty. I hope y'all ready to give me y'all thoughts and ready to cam up shortly. Again, I'm gonna be reading super chats throughout the show. I'm gonna skip over into what you guys really wanted me to watch, and I think it's at the 44-minute mark. So let me go ahead.
Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like
not about.
Is that the 44-minute mark? Let me see if I can get this at the 44-minute mark.
Look out the window and see the phone.
All right, here we go.
I was saying, so I be trying to tell people, me and Marjorie was tight as friends the whole time I went to the prison. I could call her if I needed anything, she'd do it. She was bringing those kids to see me up until, even with Donnell, Laura's dad was cool. We cool.
Question before we get into this part, because this is going to be a very interesting conversation that we about to have right now. Question: when is it ever cool, in y'all opinion, to talk about your ex? When is it ever cool to talk about a person that no longer has any contact with you? He says specifically, and I seen it in a clip, that the day that she got married, she completely cut off contact with this man. This is the context before we get into the show. The day that she got married, or was it 3 days before she got married, he said he talked to her 3 days before she got married, after she got married to Steve Harvey. He has never talked to her again. She cut off complete contact with him, right? Now, I got to give Steve credit for that. I'm not a fan of Steve's relationship advice. But Steve's ability to be able to control his now wife apparently is exceptional, because in no way, shape, or form has this man ever had contact with this woman since she got married. Never kept his kids from him, allowed for his kids to go and visit him and all of that other type of stuff. So he ain't got no complaints with regard to that. So when you take this into consideration, right, because this ain't even about Steve right now. This is about him and her. Really more about the ex, right? Who's supposed to be an OG kingpin and all of that, right? What makes you feel comfortable enough to be able to talk about a woman that you used to be with over 2 decades ago and continuing to have conversations and even getting to the point to where you're talking about Tasha K about her and writing a book? So keep that in mind as we watch this, all right? Let's continue.
Until 3 days before she got married.
And then she just...
The day after, 2 days after, I called her like I told her I was going to call her and, congratulated, good, well job, blah, blah. I never heard her voice again to this day. Not on the phone, social media and so on.
So he said, listen, I ain't heard one thing from that chick on the phone or whatever. The only thing that I can hear from her is about on social media. From then till this day, I have never, ever heard another peep from that chick, and she ain't never reached out to me. That's what he said out of his own mouth. Let's continue.
Oh, wow. What about your children?
What about it?
Did you hear their voices? Were you...
Yeah, my kids, my kids were still cool.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I tell people, you draw your own conclusion. I talked for 20 years, I talked to her, and I talked to her second husband, no problem. But the day after she married Steve Harvey, her phone cut off.
So you hearing it out of his mouth, right? You hearing it out of his mouth. Listen, from the day that this chick got married all the way up until the day her phone got cut off, and she ain't never reached out to me, she ain't never kicked it with me, but she ain't never kept my kids from me. This is what he's saying. This is your king, right? These are y'all OGs. These are the dudes that's moving around today being chatty patties on social media. All right, let's continue.
Now, let me ask you something. There's rumors of her being, taking over your empire or running it or managing the money while you were in prison. Is that true?
Well, listen, I don't know what's true because everything was speculation. No, I mean, as far as me going to prison, here's my connect, and you take over and all like that. No, but she already had the numbers to my connect. Now, I still talk to one of them. Yeah, they did something, right? But that was just speculation. Second part, I mean,
listen to this dude. First, you could tell that he didn't want to say certain things because he didn't want to be liable, right? But he forgot to throw the allegedly. He was like, as is rumors. And then he said, hey, but hold on. But after I went down, she already had the numbers to my connect. And they did do some stuff. This is what he said out of his own mouth. She had the numbers to the connect, and yeah, they were still doing stuff. They were still running that bag up. They were still running the brick up. They were still running the bag up, and they were still running the brick up. This is what this chatty patty is telling Tasha K on YouTube. This is what this dude is saying on YouTube, bro. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. Is this y'all king? Is this y'all king?
hearsay. So I don't want to say something. Everything I say, it's got to be true.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, she was. Her and Danielle, yeah, she had took my connect and she was using it.
Is this y'all king? Is this y'all king? I'm reading super chat shortly. Snitching. Throwing his ex-chick under the bus. He, out of his own mouth, is literally saying that Majorie took the connect after he got locked up and she was still running the brick up.
Wayne Jefferson out of Houston.
We and he naming names. Hold on, I gotta rewind it a little bit.
Right, but that was just speculation. Second part, I mean, hearsay. So I don't want to say something. Everything I say, it's got to be true.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, she was. Her and Danielle, yeah, she had took my connect and she was.
Nigga naming names. He naming names on Tasha K. Naming names.
Using it. Wayne Jefferson out of Houston. Yeah, she was getting drugs, keys, and giving them to her husband, Danielle, and no, they were still moving drugs.
Is this y'all OG? Is this y'all OG? Now, it's so much to mine out here. Listen. Steve Harvey could not have picked a worse time to do an interview with Shannon Sharp at a time when Jim Townsend is sitting with Tasha K having a conversation about Majorie having to connect and moving keys with people that he's naming names about now. This dude is snitching, Rita. He's snitching. You brought me some something in order to watch this movie that I'm watching right now, a tropical smoothie to watch this movie. This dude is over here naming names and being a chatty patty. Who OG is this, y'all? I don't care. You don't say no junk like that. I don't care who it is. This dude is being a chatty patty.
Now,
I'm in prison, so I'm just saying.
Down,
huh?
While all this is going down, you're in prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you gotta understand, Majorie didn't just start wearing designer clothes and $5,000 Coach purses and all like that. Majorie was dressing like.
Hey, did the Coach purse cost $5,000?
I never heard of the Coach.
he might be out of the loop for a while.
What y'all called it?
Like me.
Like the.
Like me. This is Fashion Nova.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Majorie didn't just get married to Steve Harvey and understand she was living lives.
Yes.
Yeah, we was nigga rich. I hate to say that, but so no, she was living. She was living like.
She had the house and the cars and.
Yeah, she didn't just $5,000 Coach purses and all like that. Wardrobe.
Now, what did your wife say about all
This nigga so out of touch. He ain't had money in so long. He still got the tags on his suit, and he talking about a $5,000 Coach purse. When did Coach ever have a $5,000 purse? Ain't nothing wrong with Coach. I'm just saying, this nigga's out of the loop. Now Louis Vuitton got him. Christian Dior got him. Gucci got him. I don't know about that Coach.
Did you eventually?
Well, that's why we got divorced.
Okay, because of Marjorie.
Yeah, that's why we got a divorce. And that was a woman I should have stayed with. You know, she died with a broken heart. I hate that.
She ain't had no broken heart. She took your connect and she gave it to her new husband, and she was running that breakup. Apparently, according to you, sir. Chatty Patty. Chatty Patty. Oh my gosh. These niggas is on the internet. Hey, get your OGs off the internet, y'all. I'm about to drop the link in the chat for y'all to be able to cam up. If you have any thoughts about anything that I say, or you just want to join in, or hey, got a cam up, and say whatever, don't have no do-rag on your head.
She loved me. Real deal love.
Did her and Marjorie have any run-ins?
Yeah, they did.
Did they fight?
No, they didn't. They did not. They just, on the phone, and like Lisa told her, that's my husband, blah, 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 he married. See, I had lied to Marjorie.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I didn't tell her I was married, but it came to the light. And because it broke her heart, because she went to my brother and told my brother, he married his wife. Lisa called him, blah, blah, and all that. And I don't know how Lisa got her number. But I'm trying to think too. So Terry called me, my brother Terry. He said, man, you didn't tell Marjorie you was married? No, I didn't. That type of thing. So, I don't know.
Pass around. This is crazy, bro. Grown men telling their ex-chick's business and putting their ex-chick business out in the street. I won't even put the people business out in the street that ain't an ex-chick that I don't even like anymore, just because that's more about me than it is about them. That's just something you don't do. You don't put people who you knew in real life or who you know in real life, you don't put their business out in the street. Where they do that at? Where they do that at, man? This is crazy, bro. This is absolutely insane.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, there's this, there's another rumor online.
Go ahead and spill all of the beans. Listen, if you need somebody to snitch and tell all of the business, go and find you a former OG. He gonna give all of the business. He gonna be the chatty patty. You ain't even gotta find a woman no more. You just find the OG.
You taking the rap for Marjorie. Like, did you do time for her? Did you save her from getting an indictment as well?
Yeah, I told you that's the paperwork I was telling you. I left rushing out here trying to get here and didn't have to rush. I don't know why I left her laying on the bed. I had already pulled her to show you.
No, we'll get it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll get it tomorrow.
So my thing.
This nigga giving Tasha K paperwork. He giving Tasha K the paperwork, the snitch work. Oh, Jesus.
My thing is, yeah, I did that. But I tell everybody, I didn't get the life sentence because of my co-defendant that testified. Of course, by him testifying on me, rolling over on me on the day before trial, 2 days before trial. Okay, so that gave them the firepower to, embolden them to threaten me with a life sentence without the possibility of parole. See, because they could have given it to me because I had 3 strikes, the 3 strikes law, which the 3 strikes law, a lot of blacks don't understand that. I'm talking about my 2 drug priors were minute. One was a 0.5 gram of blow. I got a felon for that because I got busted with that, and the real was get high. Mm-hmm. And then the second one was a 0.5 ounce. You know what I'm saying? A powder, actually.
So they use those 2 minor offenses.
To enough cocaine you can put in your hand to use to enhance me to life with some ghost dope. It was a railroad, and the railroad was really because of Congressman Harold Ford. That's what I thought. That
nigga need to go back to jail the way that he's singing. He need to go back to jail the way that he's singing. This is why they got the 3-strike rule, because you couldn't do right the first 2 times. And now you out here trying to fuck up somebody else's bag. Nigga, go ahead and do your time that you was originally supposed to do. Your OG's out here looking bad. Sherelle, your OG out here looking bad, Sherelle. Kojak, Kojak, Persevere Data TV. Y'all OG is out. H2. Jamal, y'all out. Yo OGs is out here going outside.
The things I told you about. Yeah. I didn't get the life sentence because because they came to me, offered me 20 years. And so when he found these tapes of banking business, Congress Ford, between me and Congressman Hal Ford Sr., when they found these tapes in my house, once they raided my house, the tapes was hidden. And we were talking about banking business, me and my brother Terry and Hal Ford. I had given $30,000 to actually money launder this money to get this Amoco station that we had just bought this lot. We were gonna have this Amoco station built, with the
like gas
food
station.
store, like gas station, yeah. But of course we couldn't walk in with $250,000 cash.
Right.
So, but he was hooked up in the banking business because two white boys, C.H. Butcher and Jake Butcher, had whole Tennessee wrapped up.
This nigga telling all the business. This nigga is telling all the business. He talking about politics. He talking about the connect. He naming names. He talking about who owned what and the whole 9 yards. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? This man is just in here going ham. Look, and as usual, you always got somebody as some. I can tell where the snitches is. They tell on themselves. The snitches is in the chat too, and they support this bad business. They support this bad behavior. They support just because this man is already did his time. They think that it's cool for you to be able to come up here and say any fucking thing that makes sense, and that's just supposed to. The snitches is in the chat. Watch them. Watch them. Watch them. These is y'all OGs.